Christine Del Rio, and you are in Silt, right between Newcastle and Silt, Colorado. This is the Red Barn Guest Ranch, where we have accommodations, weddings, and horse boarding as well.
Well, my name is Lucas Del Rio, and this is my brother.
I'm Ryan Del Rio. Well, my sister and I originally started Apex college in 2016, and that was our first kind of bundle sign up. When we signed up, it was like, hey, you get free Apex, and we were kind of like, I'm not entirely sure we want to do this. And then, after, kind of talking to it and meeting some of the other students on Navigate and some of the classes that we were taking, we were like, hey, we might as well go and just see what it's all about. So we ended up going, and well, the rest is history. We were hooked in 2017, 2018, 2019. 2020 didn't end up happening. 2021, I didn't end up going, but Lucas did, and he said it was an absolute blast. So yeah, it's been an enjoying ride so far.
When we first got this place was actually August of 2020, I believe. Okay. So we just got this place. Yeah. So it kind of started it was COVID. We were all a little bored, is I think how it happened. My mom was looking at properties, and then we saw this one, and then they were just like, let's go look at it. And we're like, we're never gonna get this place. Anyway, long story short, we went and looked at it. We all were hooked. Dream come true. We got the place. Now we're here, and we've been just having fun boarding horses and cutting lawns. There's a lot of maintenance to do to keep the place looking good. We've got wedding venues here, or wedding venues, funerals, we've had birthday parties, we've had swing dancing, we've had a little bit of everything. This guy is Tonto, and that's what I know is the guy that mainly handles. Oh, well, right now we're here in the stalls. These are the enclosed stalls right in here. These horses, the lady that we're boarding them for, she really likes to keep her horses high maintenance, so she puts them inside so they don't get sunburned.
It's been a huge encouragement to me seeing my siblings, of us when we come back from Apex, and hearing Jonathan Brush's any of his talks have super impacted my life, but just sharing with my siblings, and then seeing them now take the fruits of what I had told them and making every little thing extraordinary. So that's been super encouraging. And I had Noah, that my younger brother, or a little younger than Lucas, hopefully he'll be coming to Apex in the next couple of years, but he was just starting to take on, like, really become a man and make all those little choices that men have to make, the difficult ones of, hey, you know what, I can't go do this because I got work to do. I gotta, whatever it was. So it was super encouraging just to see him really take on that role at a young age of like, no, these horses need to get cared for, this lawn needs to get trimmed, these trees need to get trimmed, and all the ins and outs of that. So that was super exciting of seeing, somebody as young as him taking the ordinary things and making them extraordinary and taking it to the furthest of his ability.
I clean the stalls once a day, every morning, and first started off with like taking out the manure, and then I sweep the little pads in there. I don't even know what they're called. But then I empty out the waters, I refill them, I wash the buckets, put hay, and then I have to do the chickens. I have to feed 2 horses over there, they're Donnie and Nico, and then in the winter time I feed them twice a day.
Benjamin, if you call like that,
Get down. We're making a video.
Make it smell like pee.
Get down. This is our storage / hay barn.
This is where the business happens.
Hay loft.
Get inside the
But yeah, that's my favorite toy right there. I love that thing. It makes you feel like a man.
And the boys practice their archery too. And you've got the archery target down at the bottom.
And a few holes on the side of the metal building.
We don't talk about that.
There's only 5 holes. It's no big deal. Just 5 holes in our.
We don't talk about the misses.
It's an exciting story of just God's endless blessings when you start seeing just things kind of coming through. One thing pulls together, how we ended up getting the property, and then just the amazing people that we've met interacting that have come through that we've been able to, speak with and share and hear their testimonies and stuff.
All right, here's our 2,400 square foot event center. Usually we have our wedding receptions here. We've had a few Christmas parties, we've had a few birthday parties, one of which was Elena's 21st birthday, most recently, which some of the decor is still left over. Yeah, ping pong games. It's pretty much our hangout space. It's our extra living room in the wintertime. Spark 2022 right here. We have an in-house resident bartender. You might recognize him. He's a divergent. He's a man of many trades.
What you need, we can make it for you. Just let me know. We'll get it all hooked up, all right?
Excuse me, you're not 21. Can you come over here?
Wait. Come on, this is boring.
Could I have a tequila?
Okay, this little red barn at the very top center up there. We actually had it at our bed and breakfast for about 4 years. And the reason why we got it is my husband picked out a whole bunch of little train things from a friend of ours. Anyway, he brought it home and I was like, oh, it looks like the little house that we tried to buy in California 20-some years ago. I was pregnant with Erika and we were looking at houses and we found the most adorable house. We were living in California and it looked like a little red barn. So I was like, this is the perfect house. So we were gonna get it, but it was a little out of our price range. And our friend said, well, you know, I hope you really love that house because your husband's gonna be working 3 jobs just to pay the mortgage. And I was like, oh, never mind. So we canceled the contract that night and like walked away from the little red barn, and that was 25 years ago. 5 years ago, Luis brought the little red barn to the bed and breakfast that we owned, and he's like, look, it looks like the little house that we almost bought in California. And I'm like, oh yeah, you're right. Never really thought much about it, and now here we are 5 years after that, so 25 years total. We are at the Red Barn Guest Ranch, and this is our house. And so we have a little house to remind us of the choice that we made back in the day to live on one income and raise our family, and it's the best decision we ever made.
This would be Erika's escape room. She literally built everything. She even sheetrocked this, because this used to be like just the beams. You could go into the next room. I can't show you too much though because it's an escape room, so you'll get hints if you guys are coming out here to Colorado. But anyway, so yeah, she did all this. The theme is travel mystery, I think is what it is. So yeah, it's really well done in my opinion. It's just crazy how much little details went into this. I don't even know how Erika thought of all that. But this is actually the tack room over here.
This is our kiln and pottery wheels. So we're gonna set up a pottery, not yet, it's not done yet, but that's forthcoming. Some pottery. My husband's a ceramicist. So, and then we got our pizza oven out here, so you can do some pretty amazing pizza.
When we were actually building this whole structure was here, but these bricks weren't. We built all this brick and then we built this little
My husband's friends did it for him because they knew how much he wanted a brick oven.
Yeah, so in here, it's all like, you can't really tell. But a fun story on that, there's, I think, how many bottles? Glass bottles, like, you know, the Coca-Cola bottles, the glass. Anyway, I think there's 160 or something bottles, glass bottles in there because it helps like keep the heat. So you put the glass bottles, then you pour sand and stuff. Anyway, it's all to keep heat.
Welcome to the Red Barn Cafe, the Barn Cafe at the Red Barn Ranch. This is our activity room and / wedding center if it's raining. So it's kind of got multi-purpose.
There you go. Now you can still have fun, play games in here in the winter.
Okay, watch out.
Interesting stories that I'm thinking about how we excel or whatever was all like the maintenance that comes with like the pastures and stuff, and just learning about all the soils and how to grow the grass differently. So it's been interesting to excel in that, and all the water systems to, you know, get the cannons going, the streams running to make sure the ditches are not empty so you're not burning your pumps out. We actually have a compost piles over there that we started up, so that's been interesting to learn everything about composting. It's kind of messy over here, but it's because we sort through our garbage and then dump out all the compost. And the biggest thing for these to get them all, you know, degrading is oxygen and water, and then, you know, fresh stuff to keep mixing in. So Noah takes all the manure, you can see it right here, from the stalls and sticks it all there. You've got all the nice goodies that are all in there that help the soil. So we kind of have piles everywhere because,
and this is all their dad's passion. And so yes.
Yeah, my dad one day was just like, we're gonna do compost, and then so we started doing that. He started watching hours upon hours upon hours of videos on compost, and then I started watching hours upon hours because he would send me all the videos. But yeah, if you stick your hand in here,
you can see the steam coming up.
Can you see steam coming out?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's starting to get warm in here. because all this soil is just, anyway. I don't know if you want to stick your hand in there, but it's getting warm in there. Those or whatever. Look, do you want to smell it? Am I wrong?
Oh yeah, that's some good dirt.
That smells really nice.
Yeah, that smells like the good stuff.
That's how you know you're doing a good job, when it smells like nice, fresh topsoil from Lowe's.
And also we did the
Dirt, Del Rio topsoil. That'll be our new business. Dirt, DRT.
I wanted to fit this in the video somewhere, but I just also wanted to make the note that, hey, if you do not know the Del Rios, they're literally like champions all over the place.
Thank you.
This guy won Soapbox Derby
Yeah.
for Apex Sports 2021.
That little detail.
Ryan is literally a legend for being, I think, the only guy to win musical chairs at Apex graduation. That year, 2017.
It was epic.
It was epic. You got Josiah and you got Ryan.
Josiah's bomb, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, those
I had back when I was a young man. You know, I had to hold up my brother's name, so I was like, I'm gonna win the soapbox. You know, that's what I thought.
You know, it takes a lot of drive and a lot of commitment, but as long as you've got your head on a swivel and you can keep focused and you got good friends, Abe, Michael, whole lot of other Unbounders to surround yourself with, I mean, you can really have a blast and still do what you enjoy doing, getting the school done, and then still having time to travel. And I think that was the biggest part that the reason why I wanted to do Unbound is because I have so many dreams and aspirations of where I want to go, who I want to visit, and then if I was tied down and just doing school regular, you know, as if it were a job 9 to 5, I wouldn't be able to be like, you know what, I'm gonna book a flight and this weekend I'm gonna go have fun and go visit people in California, some of my other Apex peeps, or you know, I'm just gonna go and for a week and a half, you know, pre-PEX, post-PEX, go down to Michigan for Apex. So it really creates just a great atmosphere to be able to do what you want to do. So you know, oh yeah, having the flexibility, doing school, and doing what you love is important. And the older you get, the more you'll realize it.
Yeah, if you just stick to it, you know, it all works out. So they're saying the best view always comes after the hardest climb. So keep on going, you're doing good.
You learn these lessons, future's bright. Don't let it slip away now. Don't let it slip away now.